waste.
Okay, Miss Crockett.
There we go. All right. What's up, people? How you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome. What's happening? You guys good? What's going on? Yeah. We in the house. We're in the house big time. All right, guys. So welcome to the Tim Black Show. We are underway. We're still getting ready, but that's okay. We family. Gotta put on no airs. Be yourself, Tim Black. Be yourself. Have fun, Tim. All right. So what's going on, people? What is going on with you? Are we loud? Yeah. I'm hoping. I need to unplug my phone, man. Oh, you hear that? I think thinking I got a stalker. So what's going on, people? Welcome back to the Tim Black Show. We do this every day except Saturday. I want to welcome my people on Facebook, my people on the Twitter, my Twitter people, my people on YouTube as well, as always. Big shout out to the people that support this show. Sorry, one second. I'm sorry, guys. I'm distracted. Someone's leaving me a message. This is crazy. Sorry, guys. Sorry. That's my bad, guys. I gotta cut my answer machine off while I'm doing shows. Damn, must have watched my show. They know I'm live right now. Maybe they think I got this big operation. I got other people that do stuff for me. No, not really. Not unless you know. Welcome back. So anyway, guys, check out my YouTube comment section. The amazing Buck Bewley's in the house. As are amazing, stupendous supporters of the show that keep us on, keep us going. Thank you, Tim Black's Wolfpack in the crowd, doing your thing, being here, being present. Wraith, what's up, man? Yo, what's up, man? What's up, Wraith? I didn't bring my. You know what? At some point I'm gonna go get my mugs. I'm gonna go get my mugs because it's amazing, right? To do it this way. Buck was like, Tim, man, you just gotta drop ship them. You gotta ship them yourself, Tim. Come on, like, you're right. I guess I could do that. So that's what I'm waiting on. Look, guys, everybody, man, Buck, Cat, Wraith, Black Mamba, Bill Brummer, Tobias, Casey, Nigel's across the pond. So when he come through, it's like, what's up, Nigel? He usually catch the show so late. Among friends, Katie Kaba, what's up? Yeah, that's what's up, man. And my whole crew, man, thank y'all for being here. Revelance, that one brother. I'm scrolling, guys. Thank you for your patience, Laura. Thank you. Josie, what's up, Bruce? Josie, Bruce, Robert. Hey, man, you guys are amazing. And once again, StreamYard. It's not enough that I pay you. You got to advertise on my stuff, huh? Yeah. Not cool. Check this out, guys. Check it out. This is a U.S. politics show. We cover U.S. politics, breaking news, and Black culture. We put that in every show that we do. It's important. It separates us from others. And gives us a little style. We like style. We like style. So tonight I got some stories I just want to run by you. See if they're interesting. See if they, see if they're what you're looking for. Kind of get you up to date about the news. Kind of keep you informed, man, because it's bad to be walking around not knowing what's happening. It's bad that you gotta know what's going on in your country. This is your country. It's amazing how many people don't look at it that way. They're like, I don't need to know that. Well, it's better to know than not know. It's not like your brain is full. Can't take anything else. All right, what's the score of the game last night? Yeah, put that in here. Who broke up with who? Put that in here. No, not this politics shit. But if we still have a country in another 6 months, I don't know. We don't need to know that. We'll find out in 6 months. That's how people be acting, man. But I'm here to tell you. You got to smell what the Tim Black is cooking. Man, I'm cooking some stuff up, man. We are on the road, guys. I want to thank everybody that's reached out, that's done the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you, man, you keep me inspired. Tonight's show is entitled Talk to the Hand. Talk to the Hand. Politics in the Trump era 2.0. And I was like, I just want to come up with something that includes my 90s. 90s is when I really came up. I really came up in the 90s. I didn't know what I was doing until I was like in the 90s. I'm a 90s guy. Generation X, stand up, people. Stand up, stand up. I know that's old, but what the hell? It's a blessing to get old, man. This culture does not celebrate wisdom. It celebrates Brazilian butt lifts. That's what we celebrate. Brazilian butt lifts. That's about it. Making it clap. I saw there is this woman on TikTok who serves her husband, Mrs. Black. This woman be cooking all these meals, right? Y'all seen this? She cook all this. She's like, okay, hold on a second. She's in the kitchen. He's sitting there. You never see him. But I got a feeling if you saw me, he'd be like this. Just smiling for no damn reason. Just smiling. Yeah, smiling. I bet if he came out and all his tires was flat, he'd still be like this. Guess I gotta stay home today with my wife. Cause she be cooking, man. She be in the kitchen cooking. She hand on the plate, and it'd be like smothered something, It basically be food that'll stop your heart, but it'll be good on the way down. Be like ribs and ham hocks. I don't eat ham hocks. Not ham hocks. Turkey, braised turkey wings. Fried chicken, fried something, steak, collard greens, mac and cheese. Look at these, something. And she hands it to him, and he's like, "This is great, baby." She goes, and then she turns to the stove. She, "I'm glad you like it, baby." And then, God bless her, she starts clapping. White people, when I say she start clapping, I don't mean this shit. No. Another kind of clap, okay? I just like to say that is very American of us. And that's something I like about the country. How we can objectify women, but still love them, respect them. I'm pretty sure that them videos, people like, Tim, that's disgusting. Tim Black is chauvinist, pig, and misogynist. No, I love women. I do. You realize those videos probably make it so neither one of them need a full-time job. You're going, oh no, Tim, that's wrong to objectify her. And her and her husband are like, when them checks come in, they be like, they're doing it as a family. This is a production. Then she calls the kids down. The kids come down to get their food. I guess. They call them. I never see them. I haven't seen that many videos. I don't know the backstory. Don't get me roped in. All I'm saying is some things that are very American about us that celebrates us as Americans. One of those things are clapping cheeks. Yeah. We also like war. We like war. We like bombing people's stuff, taking their oil. You know, and it's something about the way Trump wants to do it. He wants to be honest. Let's go get their oil. Now, not like Obama would do it, but not tell us. Trump's like, no, we need to get that oil, baby. Let's go get all that oil. So that's what's kind of one of the days is this over the top, like just in your face bluntness. They call it keeping it real. Some people would just call it being offensive, but that's what won the election. Honesty. Or at least a different blend of lying. It appears more honest than the other guy. So there we go. So tonight's title, The Politics in the Trump 2.0 Era. Yeah, man, because I'm seeing a difference here. I'm seeing some lightness coming from the Republicans, man, and I did not expect it. And I'm seeing a lot of long faces from the Democrats, which I totally did expect. I expected that, definitely. They're some sore losers. One thing that bothers me, though, guys, is that this whole idea that Trump was the end of days. And people aren't acting like it. You only heard one person leave the country, and that was Ellen. Bye, Ellen. Didn't we cancel you? Why are you talking? You're already canceled, Ellen. You're a horrible boss. I thought you already left the country, Ellen. Actually, I didn't cancel her for nothing. People sue, get your money. I don't know, do a documentary, write a book. I don't know, get paid. Gotta cancel her. But I guess I forget which network she was with. And one thing, Stigma. They didn't want the stigma. Having a rude boss on their network, because we all know how great all the other bosses are. Yeah, man, we all know how great they are. I remember hearing this thing about Steve Harvey being a horrible boss because he wanted the aisles clean. He didn't want anybody talking to him. He had rules like, don't speak to me. Yeah, don't speak to me. I know you ain't talking to me. You know, people are like, oh, this arrogant ass. Don't want people talking to him in the morning. Don't see him in the hallway. Clear the hallway when he walking through the hallway. And at first, I was like some of the normies. I was like, yeah, that's pathetic. That's arrogant. Because I'm like looking at it from one perspective. Never his perspective, just perspective of the butthurts. Because that's the culture of America. Everybody look at everything from the perspective of the butthurts. Then I start thinking, like after a while, I was like, damn, hold on a second. Hold on. What if Steve used to be open? You know, just a regular, hey, everybody, how you doing? And then he got a couple lawsuits put on his ass. Yeah, because, you know, attractive women work in the building or whatever. They work on the show. They see Steve, they be like, hi, Steve. He be like, how you doing? They be like, he touched my booty. Lawsuit. And maybe after like the 5th lawsuit, he had to sit down with his advisors. It's like, look, Steve, you got to stop saying hello. You need to stop doing anything. She said you accosted her. You came on her. All I did was say hello. No, Steve, no, you got to stop. You need to get them out of my eyes. I don't want them around. Why I got to pay her off too? I didn't even speak to her. You looked at her, Steve, and she said she felt like you were undressing her with your eyes. Oh, hell nah. $150,000. So that may be how Steve Harvey came to the conclusion that he needed to clear the hallway. You know what I'm saying? After being attacked and punished and sued and people making up stuff, and maybe it's a form of protection for him. But no one, including myself, until deep reflection, did I look at it from his perspective of what it could have been. Instead of just jumping directly into the butthurtedness of him evil, him mean man, men bad man. Like maybe it could be something else, man, because, you're a meal ticket. Steve, man, everybody who knows Steve wants Steve to give him money. I don't even know what that's like. People that know me know I don't have money. But what if people thought I did have money? Yeah, that would be, and then you had a lot of people around you too, because you have to. I mean, I pretty much work alone. But if you got a bunch of people, you got like 100 people on the set, or I don't know how many people, and around, and everybody's looking at you like, yeah, I need to come up. People trying to pick fights with Steve, hoping he'll punch them so they can sue him for $2.5 million. All time, I gotta imagine being a celebrity, you had that type of stuff happen. So anyway, I don't know what that has to do with Trump 2.0. Oh, our culture. Yeah, our culture, man. Our culture is atrocious. And I want to remind people, sometimes you got to look at things from different perspectives, is all I'm saying. And I think we do a bad job at that, myself included. Like I said, originally, I didn't look at it that way. I just instinctively jumped on the side of the people that were saying Steve is obviously an egomaniac. And I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying I don't know, which is more of a benefit of the doubt than you usually give people in our culture. So anyway, guys, yeah. Y'all ready, man? I ain't go on and on about that, but y'all probably didn't come to hear me talk about Steve Harvey in American culture being so happy. Let's talk about Trump 2.0. So the Republicans, guys, they're in power. But actually it hasn't even started yet, but people are very butthurt. And you're going to hear me use the word butthurt a lot tonight. They're very butthurt because, well, they didn't expect this. So I've cooked up a little segment called Butthurtedness. Butthurtedness. The butthurtedness of the Democratic Party. Democratic Party butthurtedness. It's a real thing, Johnson. Listen to this CNN clip where we start the segment.
Scott Jennings.
Well, I said on this network at the Republican National Convention that the Republican Party was now the fun party. And lo and behold, I was right. And apparently many pro athletes agree, from the Raiders' Brock Bowers to the Lions' Adarius Smith to the Titans' Calvin Ridley to UFC fighter John Jones to soccer's Christian Pulisic just moments ago. Athletes are doing the Trump dance to celebrate their scores and wins. And why shouldn't they? Trump is back. America is back. And once again,
we don't need to see
it's cool to be a Republican. Chuck, Julie,
We need to stand up.
Chuck, Julie, I invite you to get in on it.
It is true.
We're back, baby. We're back, baby.
It is true that you guys have sex parties that we cannot compete with. You definitely are the much more
I can hear the
fun
jealousy
party.
in your voice.
Oh, yeah. I want to go to those Matt Gaetz sex parties. You're so right.
Yeah, listen to her. Listen to her throw salt on it. I wonder how many Republicans were going to the P. Diddy parties. Yeah, I wonder how many Democrats were at the Diddy parties. See how they do? They're just butthurt. Her whole demeanor is butthurtedness. Someone's having fun and it's not me. I must ruin it. The party of telling women not to sleep with their husbands because, Trump. There are too many 304s for that to ever happen. But to even float that idea proves my point that the Democrats are not fun at all. The Democrats are butthurts. Now, to be fair, Scott, I don't think Republicans are cool, man. Nah, I'm not saying Republicans are cool. I wouldn't say that. I don't think that's the case. I mean, I like your commentary, but you're a howdy doody looking motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You obviously know what I mean when I say that. Yeah, I'm sure you know exactly what I mean, bro. But I will say you're winning. And winning's cool. So in that way, if you look at it from winning or getting money, that's what makes it cool, man. Who's ever up is coolest. It don't mean you're cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's pretty fun, right, these athletes?
Do you feel like athletes?
see, this all happened because Donald Trump has a dance, and this dance is sort of sweeping everywhere, and everyone's loving it who's participating. And as you watch it, even if you are of the butthurtedness Democratic Party, you still gotta feel the vibe, man, because people are enjoying themselves, man. I had to put this weird music under because I couldn't play YMCA. Because then I'd be butthurt, because then they would demonetize my show. But you get the idea. There are people of all kinds of football people dancing. Everyone's enjoying this time, except the Democrats. No, the Democrats are not having a good time. They're sulking right now. They're coming up with new pronouns to call themselves. New ways to be upset. New ways to counsel you. New mistakes you can make with the new vernacular. New ways to be canceled. Maybe take this Japanese guy, I don't know where he is, Chinese bridegroom, enters the ceremony with Trump dance. It's international, man. This ain't about hate. He doesn't even live in America. It's just happy times. Get it? That's the problem with the Democrats, man. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to enjoy yourself. And that's the type of attitude that makes you very uncool. And what you don't understand is it's going to be hard to win elections. It's going to be hard to come back from this ass whooping that you just received if you hold on to resentment. Now, I know it's early, but you're going to have to venture out there and accept where you are and accept that this is just what happens. You would think, that's right, Democrat butthurtedness, that's what it is. They're struggling to deal with reality, man. It's a difficult time for them. They all need therapy. Maybe you all can get a group therapy discount for all Democrat voters. Maybe they could all go to a website. Maybe Biden could do this on his way out. All Democrats could go to a website, log in with their voter ID or something. That's right, you can't have ID because that's racist. I don't know how you prove it. Maybe you just put your butt cheeks up on the screen and scan see if your butt is red, then your butt hurt. You're part of the Democratic butthurt machine. And then you can go get free therapy at, I don't know, one of these places, one of these online therapy sessions. Sort of like the Kamala Zoom meetings. You had white guys that suck for Kamala. Women who are delusional for Kamala. Whatever those, I forget the names of those groups. Wow, they were really making a stand for themselves. I can't remember what their names were now, but it was a lot of groups on Zoom, right? I don't know. Butthurt Democrats for Kamala. Anyway, you can get a group rate.
Me think that it could be somebody.
You can get a group rate on some type of, being able to, get Prozac or any type of antidepressant medications you might need in order to get through the week. A security blanket, a security dog, some form of massage, masseuse, a clown to walk around and tickle you. Hey, it's not so bad. Huh? It's not so bad. Ah, smile. Turn that frown upside down. Ah,
I'm not sure people are losing their minds over players doing the Trump dance on the field. It's fine. But they did lose their minds when NFL players like Colin Kaepernick did not take a political stance, but took a social justice stance. There's a distinction between those two things.
Yeah, that's right, Johnson. Abby Phillip, the crusher of dreams. Yeah, she wants to compare people dancing after scoring touchdowns to Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, because those two things are exactly the same thing. I mean, those are political statements. It wasn't like Colin Kaepernick took a knee every time somebody black got beat up by a cop. No, he just did it during the flag, which is why it became like a thing, because it's like the opposite of what they expect you to do. It was like a direct thing towards the flag. But this is not about the flag. This isn't the same thing. This is just a dance. And look, if somebody did this dance just to do it after touchdowns, if it wasn't an election, you wouldn't even think about it. You'd be like, it's just a new little dance they do to spike the ball, to celebrate their touchdown. But now, because now you think it's political, because it is, but because you lost, you're butthurt about it. All I'm trying to say is that this is not going to win you any awards. But let her go ahead and dig further and also have this famous football player assist in looking like a Darren.
It is interesting that there's been this big turnaround, it seems.
Yeah, it is. You look at all the times that any player was kneeling or anything, they all had this kind of conviction within themselves that this is what I believe, this is what I'm going to do. They articulated it very well to the media, starting with Colin Kaepernick. And you saw the video where a lot of the media, the conservative media and conservatives were really pushing against these NFL players to get them to stop talking about politics. But then, you fast forward to today and people are having a little fun with the Trump dance. Now, the Trump dance is, it's weird, it's new.
Oh, Nazi. Oh, Dante. You drank the Democrat Kool-Aid. See, that's when you know someone's really just a hack. Dante, you're a hack now, brother. Because the only reason why you said weird is because that's what the Democrats have sanctioned it to be called. You just want to fall in line with the Democratic Party. If this is what I have, this is the problem I have with a lot of their operatives. It's one thing if we have a genuine disagreement about policy. It's even different if we have a genuine disagreement about the culture, right? But when it's obvious that you ain't doing nothing but carrying water for a party like the Democratic Party, that's when things get bad. Because you're not even operating within your own principles or ethics or even thoughts. You are riding a train. And that makes you a lame. It makes you lame because you can't even come up with your own reasons for being upset about the dance other than to repeat talking points from the Democratic Party, man. So really, are you upset, Dante? Are you really concerned? Is this really a problem? Is it? How is it a problem? You were right there. You know it's just in fun. Of course, it's mocking. But isn't that what they do in sports all the time? Mock people. And any team can do it when they score. Anybody can do it when they win. It's a victory dance. Yeah, man. For the record, if you're watching this show, if you're new to the show, I'm not a Republican. Nor am I a Democrat. I'm just a person with common sense. You know, I've said this before, guys. Donald Trump he had 2 attempts against his life. And he comes back and he survives him. He comes back and he wins an election. After all those accounts, was it 42, 40? I don't know. They try to throw him in jail. He comes back and he wins. He not only wins the Electoral College, he wins the swing states. He wins the popular vote. He dominates in a way that we haven't seen in 40 years or so. It's what you call a mandate. And you don't think people will want to celebrate that? I mean, you'd be celebrating if Kamala won, wouldn't you? But I'm just saying, the fact that Trump got shot once, was about to be shot at by another guy, they were able to thwart that one. You would think there'd be some like, okay, you know? I mean, he's not the president of Russia. He's the president of the same country. This is something Cat Williams was trying to say. He's like, the other side's supposed to be not America. Right? That's how much we got it messed up. We treat people across the street like they are the enemy. It happened long before Trump won. This has been an ongoing thing, you know what I'm saying? And now the Democrats are talking about the enemy within, and Trump's the scary one. The point is, this is a lame like thing to be upset about. The victory dance, the Trump dance. Trump been doing that dance before he won. It just caught on and people started doing it. He did not invent the dance to mock you. He started doing the dance on the campaign trail because he was having joy. And I thought the Democrats were running on joy. What happened to joy? Looks like joy done left the building, baby. Just like everything else in Kamala Harris's campaign, it was bogus. It was a narrative. It was spun up. It was a bunch of words. It was a concoction, a strategy. It was not real. That's what it was. I'm disappointed in Dante. I really am, man. Does he realize he's overdressed and over-rehearsed?
Ish, and it's ridiculous, so which also makes it trendy.
Right, yeah.
Catchy.
It's like a TikTok dance.
Yeah, it is, right. And so I don't think that's gonna be something that players are gonna be doing into next year. It's just kind of something new that players are doing, and they all when you make a play, you celebrate, you want to do something that's fun and trendy, and they're doing the Donald Trump dance because that's the fun and trendy thing right now.
I don't think it's right to equate this Trump dance, which I agree with you, it's kind of a fun, trendy thing that's going on, with the overt political statements that some players were attempting to make, but then also these whole sort of cultural movements that were built around some of these players to try to force everyone else to participate in it. I see these things as totally different. I don't see these players necessarily participating in politics as much as they are just sort of participating in the current pop culture. I think they're two totally different things. And these players are not out there trying to browbeat their teammates into joining them if they don't want to.
Yeah, gotta get over it, Johnson. It's not the same thing. I agree with Scott. It's not the same thing. And yeah, like no one's like, there shouldn't be people like at each other's throats about this damn dance. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's some people that don't rap too tight. They're under the delusion that this means the country's ending. No, we survived Joe Biden for 4 years. He obviously was not running the country those 4 years. It's amazing how the Democrats are not concerned about who was actually running the country. They ran us into the hole, inflation-wise and immigration-wise and so many other wise. But no one cares. It's not even a question. It's like not even a consideration. And so we're moving forward. We're looking at Trump, and now they're coming up with all these concerns and apprehensions. Literally, you had a president that was incapable and is still incapable. And it looks like he's trying to careen us into World War III on his way out the door. Not exactly the clemency grants that I was expecting for him to use his executive orders for. Instead, what he's doing is pushing us towards annihilation. with Russia. That's what it feels like. Maybe he wants to really go out with a bang. Or a fizzle. Zzz. Or that sound that bugs make when they hit that electric thing hanging in the backyard when your dad's drinking a beer and going, that was a good one. The zapper, that's what it is, the zapper. But we're at a point right now, guys, where everybody's upset, everybody's butthurt. I can only hope that at some point this levels off and people realize you're no more screwed today than you were yesterday. You're no more screwed today than you were a month ago. I know it's counter to what the Democrats need you to feel. You have to understand that they need you to be feeling all types of frustrations. Kamala's still sending out fundraising emails. I'm not sending money. Give me money. We have to fight Trump. The fight's over, sister. He won. I know it's not Kamala using her name, but I'm just saying, like, it's labeled Kamala. Help Kamala. Help her do what? Take acting classes? I don't know. Start a podcast? What are we hoping her to do this time? Nah, man, I'm not feeling it, man. I'm not feeling it. I want to give a reality check to everybody out there, man, that may be caught up in this mess, man. Don't lose your relationships. Don't lose your sanity. Don't do it. It ain't worth it. Nothing's changed. We'll still suck as bad as we sucked before Trump won. Nothing's happened. Do you want to be optimistic that things can get better? Sure. Have at it. Be cool. Do it. Gotta have dreams. All I'm saying is don't put too much money in that. I've been telling people from day one that I thought that Kamala Harris was the greater evil, and I'm sticking to it. She was because of the institutional power she had around her. That's a problem. It's a bigger problem. And she be looking at 2 terms, not just one. I mean, the hell. These people are already delusional thinking that they could run her to begin with. So I don't put anything past the Democratic Party. All I'm saying is, look, the butthurtedness. There's nothing I can do to stop it. There may not be nothing you can do to stop it, but don't lean into it. Don't let it get to you. Let them punch themselves out. Okay? Let them punch themselves out, man. They'll get tired. Just like Trumpers did when Biden got elected. Pretty soon, it was on to the next thing, and that's what this is going to do. We're going to move on to the next thing. But the Legion of Doom coming over the hill, these zombies with tears, crying and throwing temper tantrums and pouty faces. Those children, that's what they are, they're children. Those children will learn. The worst is yet to come. No, I'm not saying, I don't want to say that. Who knows? Who knows? Things are just pretty bad. I mean, if they weren't bad for you, congratulations. Congratulations. Great for you. But for a lot of people, things have been bad. You understand what I'm saying? And now they're hopeful. And now you're unhopeful. My thing is, things were bad and you were fine. That's my issue. These people are acting like things were great under Biden, and now here comes Trump. No, things were not good. Maybe for Wall Street, but not Main Street. Maybe for, the rich and famous. Not about the rest of us living on them cheap shits when you pass go. Baltic Avenue, Mediterranean, whatever those are, those purple suckers, and then those Vermont and something states and Oriental, whatever that is. The Monopoly board, the properties when you pass go, and the ones you can't wait to land on because no one cares. You could just throw your beer cans out, pick up a bag of weed and keep it pushing. Gotta check it though. Who knows what's in that bag? I'm some skunk weed. But anyway, guys, I'm just saying, these people are operating under the idea that things are great. So really, I don't know where they come from. I don't know what world they live in. Last time I checked, black people were 40% of the homeless. 40% of homeless people are black Americans in a country where we make up 14% of Americans. There is not a black person, I feel, that's truly connected to what's going on in this country that could be upset about Biden losing. Because, I'm sorry, that was Kamala losing. Same difference. I just told you, under Biden, we were 40% of the homeless rate. So, I don't know. You think it might go to 50? That's something to say. That's something to talk about. But if you haven't wrapped your head around the 40 mark, if you haven't wrapped your head around the widening of the racial gap, wealth gap, well, we got more money, but they got more and more money. So the gap did like this. You get like this. It's spread like this, like this. It's spread. Get it? So if you're not upset about that, if you were quiet about that over the last 4 years, now you want to act butthurt like all of a sudden you care. To me, it's just symbolic. Symbolically, you think having a Democrat makes you feel comfy. That's because you watch a certain news channel. Do yourself a favor. Stop watching The View. Just wait for me to cover it in news clips where I can make money. Wait for me to cover it. I can tell you the highlights. Then I can roast them, and we can be on with our day. You don't have to watch it. Stop watching CNN. I'll watch it for you. I'll do a segment. That should be all the CNN on your diet. Wean yourself off for MSNBC. Joy Reid don't mean you no good. I mean, come on. How real to the culture could Joanne Reid be? She was supporting a candidate to wash your greens in the tub. Then told you weren't really black unless you supported her. When she herself is Ghanaian or something. I don't understand what's happening. So we had a Ghanaian woman or whatever, Congolese or Ghana, I don't know what she is. No disrespect to those people. Much respect, brother, sister. But in what world do we have a person literally whose parents are from another country chiding black Americans born in this country for not supporting a woman who was Indian and Asian? That don't seem crazy to you? Maybe I need cue cards and graphics like Jon Stewart for this to be like edgy enough. But I'm trying to understand what's the logic in this. So these people that are butthurt thinking, oh my God, Trump got in. If they weren't going, oh my God, Biden's in, it means they weren't paying attention to anything. They just basically are controlled and operated like a push button, like this phone here. You just put this, the Democrats just hit a button and they move around. It's like a weird game of operation. You just hit the button and they react. Because that means they weren't going on their own experience, or they weren't going on any knowledge of what was happening in this country for them to be that way. For them to be happy or not be happy with the current condition or state of the country. And for the record, Biden is still your president. You ain't seen him. That's because he's trying to create World War III on his way out the door. He's a little busy antagonizing other countries that have nuclear weapons at the moment. But he'll be back to you to say bye-bye in a little bit. So yeah, if you want to be upset, there's a lot of things to be upset about. I'm just wondering, well, what was all the anger before this? And I'm not saying things are going to be rosy under Trump and there will be no reason to be concerned. All I'm saying, like, where was the concern all this time Biden was in power? No concern, huh? Quiet. He's still in power, and you're concerned about the future. You had all this time to be concerned. Guess what? I'm not concerned with your crocodile tears, Johnson. There we go. Because it doesn't make sense. All right, guys, hit the like button for the YouTube show, man. Hit the like button. Oh, man, we're going into treacherous waters, man. This is where we kick them in the nuts. This is where Tim Black makes the money in the paint, baby. This is when we go hard in the paint on them. Yeah. This is when I pull out the big guns. Yeah. I'm feeling good, man. Feel good, man. I get to say things other people don't get to say, man, and people actually listen to it. Woo! We're going to be saying some hard truths, man. Now, this goes out to all the people that say they were going to come on my show and change their mind. Hey, it's okay. I understand your position. I don't respect it, but I understand it. I'm what you call a loose cannon. Good luck to you. All right, guys, hit the like button for the show, people. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, come on over. Come to YouTube just to hit like. You can go back. I mean, I ain't going to hold you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it's the way we let the algorithm know this is a good show. It's unlike most shows on the internet. I do my best to make sure it's unlike some of my contemporaries because I feel like we got something to say. We're going to say it, damn it. Yeah. First one through the door. I cannot control people who bite my style. I can't control people that bite my delivery or bite my words, bite my stances. I'm seeing that now. I saw Anna conspiracy. The Democrats are worse. Really? I've been saying that for about 3 years, Anna. Finally ran across a Tim Black video. Right on time. Right on time. I've been saying the Democrat Party is worse for 3 years, and here she comes. The home of progressives. You can't make this up. I ain't even mad at you, man. I ain't even mad at you. Imitation is the best form of flattery. What we got, Johnson? What do we got? Okay, so let's go to the next segment, man. Believe it or not, I got other segments. I have other segments. Damn. Get that off the screen. But I do love this picture. This is a cool-ass picture, man. That's amazing. Give it up for that, man. I love AI, man. AI is the dog, man. I was like, I typed it. Yeah, I want a black man pointing like this. Get over it. He looked pissed off, too. That's my brother right there. Yeah, he's got a better hairline than mine. And his is bad, but it's better than mine would look if I let my hair grow out. I'd be Sherman Hemsley up in here. Wheezy. All right, so let's go to the other thing, Tim. Okay, let's go to this. Stephen A. Smith was on, Chris Cuomo's show. Isn't just me, Chris Cuomo he's a sensitive guy, man. What is wrong with this dude? Heard he was getting into it with Pat Bet-David's people about something. Hey, look, Chris, you screwed up the whole COVID shot thing. You were talking with your chest. You saw an opportunity for you to talk with your chest. And you did. And now, people remember that. But you're still rich, guy. You're still rich. You landed with a show. It's like I see beef. I don't want you white guys breaking out into a rap beef on us. But if it was a rap beef, I'm not sure if you were Kendrick or Drake. All right, guys. Here goes Stephen A. Smith and Chris Cuomo talking.
Government waste. Easy sell. Government waste. Easy sell. Right?
Easy, very, very easy. Most Americans believe that our money is being wasted. And that's what really, really turns us off about an inordinate amount of politicians. We consistently wonder what the hell are they doing with our money. That's why anytime you're talking about taxes, if you're talking about not raising taxes, you automatically appeal to a vast majority of voters, because what they're saying is, okay, the people that were asking us for our money never truly identify for us what they're actually doing with those dollars and why they keep coming to us every 2 to 4 years asking for more and more and more. So anytime somebody's talking about, eradicating government waste and sort of curtailing the level of spending, that's something that's going to appeal to a lot of people.
Government waste.
Back in the day when I was when I had a different politics, when I was drinking the water and the Kool-Aid for Democrats. And I don't mean a lot. I just thought it was closer to where my ideology was. We used to look at people that talked about spending. We looked at them as being racist. And that's part of what made me make my switch, man, was that it seemed like everything that we were upset about would always come down to racism. And I'm like, everything can't be racism. Yeah, the idea people want to keep money in their pockets and not pay it to Uncle Sam, it was always spun as racism. And then I realized everything is racism because it's like a catch-all that the Democrats use to keep everybody divided away from looking at things, looking at the money, basically. But there are a lot of reasons why people don't want to spend their money to be spent or to be taken away from them. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of reasons that they would apply for it unless they knew where it was going and exactly what it was going to be for and if they approved of that. You know what I'm saying? And still then there's still a lot of bloat and a lot of gluttony in that. And then there's kickbacks and all types of stuff that helps the military industrial complex or helps these companies, the Raytheons, the Northrop Grumman's, the Lockheed Martins, these people. But then we got the private prisons. It was always a big hypocrisy because the whole time we also knew I was never a vote blue anywho or a normie liberal Democrat. I was more progressive with more radical type stuff, right? Okay, I want to see our money work for us. And I was like, us, I'm like, well, black people, we're at the bottom. So, and they were like, nah, we need to help everybody. I'm like, well, we everybody. Nah, that mean, no, not you, Tim Black. I mean, everybody, everybody on the globe. I'm like, can we start with down the street, MLK Avenues? You been down there? Every city that got black people that got an MLK Avenue, they can use a little bit of help everybody attitude, but they didn't really have it for that. So my point is this: after I kind of woke up, got the smell of salt, and it helps when you're still election after election, when you rig primary after primary after primary. After 2 primaries, it's like, hey, they ain't changing, man. Only a fool gonna keep doing the same thing. My point is, it's not racist to not want to pay Uncle Sam money. No matter how much money we pay, we still have all these people living on the streets. We still have, 30%, almost 40% of black children living beneath the poverty line? I forget who said it, but I agree with him. In a country like America, poverty is a choice. Homelessness is a choice. All these problems are a choice. They make a choice to leave it that way. You start looking at the budget where our money goes, and you know damn well it ain't going to help the vets that got PTSD. They ain't where most of our money go. Every vet could have got their own personal therapist and masseuse for just what we spent funding Ukraine. Every veteran that's been waiting in line. Every one of them. That's how much money we gave Ukraine to fight a war, just so we ain't got to be in it just to top Russia. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is an easy sell. So when we look at the Donald Trump policies and where the things are going in that's what they were talking about, this new administration, this new government agency, the Doge, right? Vivek Ramaswamy and the other guy, right? Elon. I know they can't stand these people, right? They don't like. I don't know either one of them. Though Vivek said some things that were disgusting. I don't trust him. Okay, I don't trust him. Elon, his platform, some of his stuff, like, whew. But I'll say this. I can't blame him for everything on his platform, just what he's retweeted. Some of that stuff was, was kind of funky. But this is what I'll say. This is it. Based on the premise of a government agency that's supposed to eliminate some of the BS, I got a hard time disagreeing with that. Now, I understand if Mrs. Black or if I, or maybe if I was an employee of the federal government, I might see things a little differently. I get it why people are saying that, because everything's, different when it's happening to you, right? But most of Americans are not working for the government. Most of Americans are paying taxes. In fact, all of us should be paying taxes, right? Unless you got a real good tax preparer. If you know one, hook me up. No shame on my game. I do think I'm joking. But what I'm saying is who would be against eliminating waste, eliminating the misuse of money? Who would be against that? I'm just, they say, well, Tim, it's going to come from these certain types of agencies that are going to help do this and help do that. That's when we'll look. I mean, what I'm saying is the concept itself from the top line doesn't sound bad. It's all about how it's applied. I get that. So we'll see how it's applied, and then we'll have time. So my thing is, we got Democrats jumping out the gym over the idea, and it just shows that there are Democrats just playing party politics, because the idea that we want to eliminate misspending, the Pentagon shouldn't be able to lose $1 trillion and be like, oh no, I thought you had it. It was sitting right there. Well, they ain't sitting there no more. Who stole it? I don't know. Yeah, that's the problem. People get locked up for way less than $1 trillion, man. Pentagon been losing money for years. These audits that never come up right, books that balancing. I mean, Johnson. So maybe what I'm saying is, if we save money, if we able to get rid of some of the bloatedness, right? Can we reapply that money to places or directions that we want it to go? And if they start allocating it in ways we don't like, then that's when we got to jump up. That's when we got to call it out. That's when we got to rise up. That's when we got to make our point made. But to say, hey, I'm against us eliminating overspending, or I'm against us eliminating lost money. I don't know where they do that at. I don't know a person that be like, hey man, I'm fine when I lose money. I like losing money. I don't just don't know where it is. I like that. I don't know anybody who operates like that. But our politics is such garbage that we got one side going, hey, we need to control, we need to stop losing money. Like money's going nowhere and nothing's getting done and money's going out. And what's happening? This is crazy. And while we got 100 people doing nothing, getting paid, let's reallocate them. Move around when I come in here. Move around. Go get me some cheesecake. Do something. And we got another group going, no, that's wrong. They should be able to sit there and do what they've been doing. Even if it has been unproductive. Even if it is bloat and mismanagement and a bunch of crony bastards sitting around on their butt cheeks not doing much. I don't know about you, but I work hard to do this. I'm busting my ass every day. Not saying you have to, but I'm saying if I'm paying for you, maybe you should. It just reeks, man, of some nonsense. That there are people that are against making the government clean up its act. Oh, Tim here. No, that's all. Just seems strange. And if all these things come to pass, it's not like you got a choice. You can't stop this. That's what winning elections is about. And I'd like to know, what was Biden and Kamala going to do that was going to be so great? Because I don't remember no greatness. $50,000 tax something deduction, which means you had to spend it first. Like, what was that going to do? You need the 50 grand. You need 50 grand to spend before you can get a deduction, right? Where was the 50 grand coming from? Yeah, I know. Everybody wants to open up a food truck, right? You realize that's a lot of work, right? You ever ran your own business? It's a lot of work. People make it seem like it's magic, just sprinkles fairy dust, and everybody's a great entrepreneur, and they all have all the skills. And it's still kicking my ass, and I've been at it for 10 years. It's still hard. Anyway, I like this segment with Stephen Smith. Stephen A. Chris didn't really say much, which is good because I probably would have disagreed with it. You just start getting all angry and stuff. But yeah. Anybody that says they got a problem with this new agency, they really got a problem with Elon. And I get that. They got a problem with Vivek. I get that too. And you know what? So what? That's what happened when you lose elections. I don't know where these Democrats come from and they think they never lose. If you ask me, you got one got away in 2020. You should have lost that one too. I mean, if we're gonna keep it, we're gonna be honest. I mean, come on, man. Who we fooling? All right. Hit the like button if that makes any sense to you, Gal Johnson. Jesus Christ. Share, guys, because you share this content, hopefully it will reach the ears of people who feel similarly, who are not clutching their pearls. Even if they do clutch their pearls, that's good. Make them clutch their pearls. Make them get upset. It's good to get upset. Makes you know you're alive. Pinch yourself. Come out your stupor. You know? Come on. Rise up. Share the show with somebody you know, fam. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, guys. We're trying to get to 500 likes. Things have changed. I'm just happy to still be here, man. Hey, I'm still doing this. Hey. We got people watching on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. Hit the like button. We'll keep it moving, man. What's going on in my comment section? Anybody saying stuff? I don't know what's happening. I got my man Revelator. He always comes through. Victory dances being crazy. Okay, yeah, lady. Like a lot of you doing credit shows aren't crashing out as we speak. They are dancing. And they are crashing out, brother. Yes, they are. Crashing and crashing out. Yeah. I got one segment. I got something else I could go to. Man, we about to hurt some feelings, man. And you know, that's my thing, man. I don't have a problem hurting people's feelings. I think hurting people's feelings is probably a very important thing. Thank you, black man, but I appreciate you. Hurting people's feelings is a necessary part of the job. But unless you share it with them, they won't know their feelings have been hurt. They need to have their feelings hurt, Bruce. Hey, man, somebody's got to do it. You feel me? My people, my people. I'm not wearing pants. Buck said he ain't wearing pants. Well, I'm wearing pants, Buck. I'm not wearing pants too. Man, these are my people, man. This is my people right here. We did not need to know that, Buck. But hey, that means he invites me into his home. You know, he's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's a dope thing, man. I'm like comfort food, you know? I'm comfort food with people that aren't stupid. Yeah, I'm comfort food for people that think Yeah, and that are willing to hear a different opinion other than CNN garbage. And other than Fox. That mindless Trump. Now we gotta put some thought behind this stuff. Can we be a little creative? All right, so I saw a clip of Representative Jasmine Crockett. And it was soaring, it was viraling, it was going viral, guys. I don't know if you saw it, and you probably work for a living, so maybe you did. That's another thing I need to come to grips with, folks, is a lot of people work, they don't be on X or Instagram like I have to be. That's I gotta go through social media to find out what's happening. I'm old. I gotta go on social and see what the young people are talking about. That's what I discovered. Representative Crockett out of Texas. She was talking about some things on Capitol Hill. Here's what she said.
Okay, Ms. Crockett.
So many of you know that I practice law, but some of you don't realize that I actually was a business major out of Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee. And the emphasis that I got in my business degree was on finance. And as I traveled the country campaigning this election cycle, one of the things that I talked about was this idea that in finance, we always promote this idea of diversity. If you know anything about a portfolio, the one thing that you want to do is make sure that it's as diverse as possible, because at times certain stocks will perform better than others, and they will exemplify various strengths and weaknesses. And
what is this about? What are you talking about? She's winding up. She's going to go somewhere. I saw 20 people leave as soon as she started talking. Don't be that way. Let's hear her out. I have a point of view, but I can't share the point of view without allowing her to talk. Okay? Hey, Tim, you cut off people too much. You don't know. A lot of people come to my show not to hear other people talk. That's why they come to this show. You don't like me talking. You probably need to go watch those clips. Jasmine Crockett has this clip on her website. She put it on her YouTube channel. So anyway, she's arguing about diversity, equity, and inclusion. Okay? So she's trying to make a point. Okay, so she's saying, hey, diversity is always good in finance. Why is it not good in companies? Okay, so let's go here.
Board, because it seems like you don't understand the definition of oppression, and I'd ask you to just refer to Google to help you out. Oppression is the prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment or control. That is the definition of oppression. And so as I sit here as a Black woman who practiced civil rights, let me tell you, the reason that my colleagues wanted to make sure you understood the same Black history that your side of the aisle wants to delete out of classrooms is because you can then misuse words like oppression. There has been no oppression for the white man in this country. You tell me which white men were dragged out of their homes. You tell me. And every time that you said it, it was almost as DP every time we try to push back on this idea of diversity, because all of us bring something different to the table. But you consistently said over and over the word oppression, and every time that you said it, it was almost as if I was hearing nails on a chalkboard, because it seems like you don't understand the definition of oppression, and I'd ask you to just refer to Google to help you out. Oppression is the prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment or control. That is the definition of oppression. And so as I sit here as a Black woman who practiced civil rights, let me tell you, the reason that my colleagues wanted to make sure you understood the same Black history that your side of the aisle wants to delete out of classrooms is because you can then misuse words like oppression. There has been no oppression for the white man in this country. You tell me which white men were dragged out of their homes. You tell me which one of them got dragged all the way across an ocean and told that you are going to go and work. We are going to steal your wives. We are going to rape your wives. That didn't happen. That is oppression. We didn't ask to be here. We're not the same migrants. that y'all constantly come up against. We didn't run away from home. We were stolen. So yeah, we are going to sit here and be offended when you want to sit here and act like, and don't let it escape you that it is white men on this side of the aisle telling us, people of color on this side of the aisle, that y'all are the ones being oppressed, that y'all are the ones that are being harmed. That's not the definition of oppression. You tell me the prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment that you've had, and we can have a conversation.
You could start with Exodus.
The final thing that I will say on this particular issue, two things. There is an article from The Guardian, and it is a little old. It's from 2021.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it there, guys. That's her point. This is what went viral, is that little pocket. And so, in order to get this clip, I was looking for this clip and it had all types of funky stuff on it. I said, so let me go get the original one. So that's when I went to her YouTube channel and I was able to find her full statement that she herself posted to her own YouTube channel. So this is her version that she wants us to know about. One of the things I noticed as I was looking at her channel, as I was listening to this clip, I saw a lot of people that were bigging her up. They were bigging her up going, you go, girl. Tell them white people. Tell them white men what time it is. I saw some people, I remember this one particular commenter said, I'm a 67-year-old black woman and I ain't never seen a sister tell those white men really what's going on like that. I appreciate you. I love your energy. I love you. There was other people with similar comments. Go, Representative Crockett, giving them the heat. She always puts it down. And I was like, wow, man. God, I wish I felt good about this. But I don't. Maybe because I pay attention. Yo. Chancellor Crockett is arguing about diversity, equity, and inclusion. She's using blackness. She's using what happened to black people to take care of everybody else. She want to help everybody else. She want to dilute our stories and apply it to everybody who's not a white guy. She said, hey, y'all, how you going to sit here and talk to people of color? People of color weren't slaves. All that stuff you just said. You was on point. All that stuff true. I don't know why you're saying it now. Oh, because you think indigenous Alaskan people, they need you to fight for them? You brought up migrants. You bringing up people of color. What they got to do with black people being dragged to America? What they got to do with 100 years of Jim Crow? What are you talking about? And why is there so many black people going along with this? As if this makes sense for us. It does not make sense for us, folks. Let me be specific. I find it disrespectful when black people from the Democratic Party use black struggle, black pain, a black history that we have, that we've suffered in this country to help everybody but us, and then champion and then get loud and indignant about what white men or white people need to do regarding America. No, us, black Americans. See, Miss Crockett's not delusional. She knows her entire argument is for black Americans, but why is she extending it to bring cover for people that aren't black Americans? Why do white women get to be included in this? This has always been my problem with the affirmative action thing to begin with. This is why I'm not jumping out of the gym, because it's been ruled unconstitutional. because it was helping mostly white women anyway. Jasmine Crockett is one of those people that knows that. She's a lawyer. She understands how the law works. She knows it wasn't just for black people, this diversity, equity, and inclusion. In fact, when I did the peeling back at this, I started looking at it. I said, why is it that all the majority, only like 2% of the management in the diversity, equity, and inclusion programs are black? Why is it such a high number, like 90% of them, white women? You think I'm the only person that can look at that statistic? You think it may be news to you, but it shouldn't be news to her. That's a whole lot of yelling and screaming and fighting and ranting. That's a hell of a performance just for 2%. You understand what I'm saying? That's a hell of a performance when you're not even the people that are impacted positively by this action. It is all heavy lifting of the black people. When people think about diversity, equity, inclusion, and affirmative action, they always looked at black people and said, the blacks, they're the lies. Meanwhile, we ain't even getting the benefit of it. So we get blamed like we're the only people getting it when we aren't. And we got Democrat shills like Jasmine Crockett making grandstanding speeches about putting something in place, and I'm not saying these white guys don't need to get some heat, but for black people, not for people who got here last week, not for people who came here in the 70s. If you came here of your own free will in the 70s or the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s, guess what? You can use them same feet to go somewhere else when you got here and realize, hey, this place is racist. Hey, this place has cops with talk with their hands and their guns. Hey, this place won't let me catch a cab. Whatever it is, your gripe, we're not the same. So yeah, I have a problem with Jasmine Crockett's rant because it's at the expense, and it's using the collateral and the credibility of black Americans as a shield for all these other groups. I never heard a Native American person, while they were talking about the oppression of indigenous people, ever throw black people in it. So we're going to start getting real now. Because I know I got people listening who say they mean well and say they care, and they want to disagree with Tim Black. But listen to what I'm saying, man. I've been at this for a long time. 13, 14 years now. Whenever I hear Latino Americans, Latinos, or Asian Americans, or LGBTQ Americans, whenever I hear any of these other groups that are so-called oppressed, when they are arguing about their oppression, I never hear them throw black people in it. Why is it whenever black people are talking about their oppression, they have a tendency that they got to include all these people? It's almost as if they don't feel that they have sturdy ground to stand on by themselves. It's almost as if they have an inferiority complex in making demands for black people by themselves, as if having a bunch of Latino people who got here the last 5 years or whatever is supposed to give you more strength. We're united. That's not how they operate. When the dreamers are trying to get their dreams right, they ain't thinking about you going through Jim Crow, nor are they arguing about it. They're not talking about the experimentation, the forced sterilization. They're not talking about medical experimentation. They're not talking about all the lynchings and all the pain and all the suffering and all the other ills that I don't even want to go through right now, because that's not what this video is about. Nor is it about you saying, what about their stuff? Yeah, they can talk about their stuff. Let them make the argument for their stuff. That's my point. Why does our stuff have to be mixed in and diluted with the heavy lifting of others. I think part of the reason why we have such a hard time dealing with Republicans, dealing with these issues with Republicans, and I could be wrong, but we'll see, is we got too many go along, get alongs in the Democratic Party trying to make this coalition garbage. No, I'm not on that. When we're talking about issues that are for all Americans, cool. But when we start bringing in our history, our specific history, you don't get to apply that to nobody else except Black Americans. And don't even use those arguments, don't even use those talking points to catapult other groups. That's what the Democrats do a lot. It creates resentment. I think it only makes things more difficult for us. I resent it as a Black American because I think it's unnecessary. And like I stated, I think it's part of an inferiority complex you have, or somehow you feel that your argument is only strong if you include all these other people that are not Black. We all suffered from y'all. See, we need to all join together and go get them. Nah, man, that's not how it operates. That's not what they're doing. Do you realize that's not what they're doing? You are a little afterthought. That slides you in at the end of the speech. You are included in we. But when I hear when I hear other groups talking about this shit, they are not jumping out the gym about your oppression as a Black American, about the history of Black America. We need to stop this, and we need to stop clapping for it. We need to grow up. It may be true that getting anything out of the Trump administration is going to be, it's going to be a feat, not unlike the $6 Million Man, or it's going to be a MacGyver level. It's going to take you being a rocket scientist, able to walk on water and also move objects with your mind. I don't know. It's going to be a very difficult thing. That's what they say, okay? And you might be right about that. But you know what? We're going to rise or fall on our own 2 feet, under our own steam. I mean, respectfully, Black Americans need to deal with Black American issues from the standpoint of just Black America. That goes beyond talking about reparations. I'm talking about when we're even having conversations about jobs, when we're talking about who's impacted from immigration, when we're talking about how we're impacted from environmental injustice, all those things. Let's stop listening to those people that say, oh, but we're all going through it, Tim Black, so we all suffer. We're all, yeah. But not all of us have the history that Black Americans have. And what I've noticed as being a student of history, that all these groups are using our unique struggle in this country to help themselves. What I would love for people to go back through their comments of Jasmine Crockett's video and reconsider and ask themselves, how does this help us? I looked in my mailbox. I didn't see my DEI check. Just wondering. Now, maybe if you got a tangible reason for jumping out the gym on this, fine, present that. But it needs to be more than just words. This emotional rant from a lawyer. Put your argument together. I get it. Put your argument together. But this all over the place emotional rant about what white men don't understand, they ain't got nothing to do with DEI. It's got nothing to do. No, let's just keep the focus where the focus should be. If you're going to be talking our story, because your story is our story. So when you use our story, don't use our story to make an argument for a group of diverse group. Don't do that. Okay? If I got a problem with the state, if I got a problem with my town about what they did with the street in front of my house, or if they whatever they did to my plot, whatever. I'm talking to them about that. Now I can get with other people that are on my block who have that same problem. That's different. You're going to get people from other streets that don't have the same problems, who don't have the same issue, nor the same history. You're trying to get them to do what exactly? I don't know. It's performative. It's performative, and it's so 2023. This is 2024 going into 2025. We need to turn the dial on this. And I hope this will be something that changes under this new administration, this new era. Because, you know, frankly, I don't think nobody going to listen to you now. It'll go viral. Should be the leader of the resistance. Leading you where? Into what? To what end? So we're actually trying to get some stuff done. We hold the currency for that. Black America holds the currency to get things done. For Black America, totally different. Yeah, so anyway. I think you get it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I just think we need to stop filtering. We need to filter and control the delivery system of our messages, and to make sure that we're actually not overextending ourselves to include way too much. We need to focus. We need to focus the area. You know what I mean? We need to focus. What our actual issues are, and let's focus on remedying our issues. It's okay to be an ally. It's okay to be supportive. We need to focus our issues. Because when you are 40% of the homeless and you are 14% of the population, that's a problem. It don't sound to me like you really got a lot of time, a lot of space, and a lot of room to be like, we need everybody to do. Everybody not living outside, sis. Okay? Okay. Stop clapping so loud for grandstanding. This ain't Apollo. She ain't auditioning for the cover of Vogue. It's another lame. I saw AOC do it. I didn't catch her on her way up. I'm catching Crockett on her way up. Nah. Go try out for a Tyler Perry movie. All right, man. I'm Tim Black. It is what it is. I got love for you. Find me at tim@timblacktv.com. Send your hate mail to your mama's house at timblacktv.com. Somebody got to say it at your mama's house.com. Hey, I'm wild boy, man. But I mean what I'm saying, though. I mean what I'm saying. I mean it. We real. We don't gotta be so. I gotta be angry. Just gotta get it out. Gotta say it. Gotta say the truth. I pretty much said what I wanted to say about that segment. Yeah. All right, folks. Now, who's in the house? Who is in the house? All right, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with more show. I want to thank everybody who came through. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out of the show. Let people know that you've been watching the Tim Black Show, where we've been putting it down. All right? So, yeah. Remember, don't let anybody take your cornbread. And don't go giving anybody your cornbread. That don't make sense. All right, now. Hey! Hey, where my girls at?